Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Teleislas News, the most important news of the day. Departmental hospital workers express concern over significant increase in COVID cases entering the health center daily.
Good evening, Lisa and Ali TV viewers. Well, as you remember, when the pandemic started here, so in the departmental hospital, they make a floor specifically for all the patient who was positive and that come into the hospital and that need the attention. Right now, this floor have a lot of patients, and it have some numbers that they have seen from long time when this pandemic started.
In effect, the third wave of coronavirus is affecting us quite a lot inside the hospital because we have looked at it. It was not common to have so many patients. In fact, there was a space in which on the COVID floor there were 2 suspected patients and they were not confirmed. And now with what is happening, there are 15 and it is going up.
Our source also informed us that the ICU way, specifically for COVID patient, is also full with patients. This increasing the worriousness of the people who are here.
Likewise, a few months ago, there was space in the ICU for COVID. It had only 1, 2, or 3 maximum patients. But at this moment, there are 8 people, which is approximately 40 or 50%. So it is complex because the staff remains the same and patients are increasing.
Up to date, the competent authorities have not talked about the situation, the real situation about the hospital. So we will keep following up this news to know what is going on. This is all the information we report from here from the departmental hospital. Continue, Lisa, in studio.
And in order to adequately assist those living on the streets, the local government is advancing a strategy that would allow us to know how many people in these conditions live in the department.
We are one of the most vulnerable populations of our department, and that has been increasing as a result of the pandemic and hurricanes Eta and Iota, as announced by the head of the Office of Social Development, who has indicated that it has initiated a characterization to serve this population.
El año pasado, cuando comenzó la pandemia,
last year, when the pandemic began, the homeless program of the Secretariat of Social Development conducted a characterization where they have found 30 homeless people. However, the pandemic continues and the onslaught of hurricanes Eta and Iota. Every day we are seeing more people on the street. As a representative of the Secretariat of Social Development, I have a group of professionals hired to go out to the streets since yesterday with all the measures of biosecurity to perform a new characterization. The purpose of this characterization is not only for the homeless population, but also for the psychiatric people, which are 2 different things. So going to characterize these people that we are going to find, we will send this characterization by means of an official letter to the Secretariat of Health, who is in charge of this personnel and who should have professionals in charge of a program for this. With this characterization, we are going to be able to have a clear idea of who is in charge of each task and where each task falls under.
According to data from the Secretariat of Social Development, on the first day of the characterization, 18 homeless people were found in the downtown sector. Also, people with psychological disorders who spend much of the day wandering in the street but aren't homeless were characterized. This information will be delivered to the Secretariat of Health for their attention.
entonces estas personas que vamos a encontrar también.
Now with the characterization, we are going to see who are not from here. We will send them to the OCRE that together with the governor's office, we will be able to move these people to their places of origin, but may not have the way to do so. And that is where the work comes in after the characterization.
The Secretariat of Social Development is currently working on a project to establish a halfway house for the homeless, where they will have a medical and psychological care.
And in other news, the police department released a poster of silhouettes with criminals who have been carrying out criminal acts in the islands.
In total, there are 12 nicknames of people who are in this poster of silhouettes published by the police, seeking information that can help reduce the criminal acts occurring in the department. The commander speaks about the subject. In this way, the commander of the police department of San Andres is looking for the community to help with the information about the whereabouts of these people who have been carrying out criminal acts in the island.
Hicimos presencia en todos.
We made our presence felt in all those critical sectors, particularly in the cliff sector, where we have criminal actors that are directly affecting the island. And for this situation, the police command of the Department of San Andres made public a silhouette poster of which we already have some information of criminal actors that are causing damages.
It is important to emphasize in the same way that they have not yet given information because they have only put out the silhouettes poster and not the physical image of these people that were published. Therefore, Teleislas News will be attentive to the development of this news.
An opportunity for non-member hotel is offered by the Chamber of Commerce to participate in the ANATO 2021 showcase. In order to carry out the process, an email address has been set up for merchants to send advertising pieces.
In order to make visible all the guilds and organizations that offer tourism services in the island, and in view of the fact that not all the guilds and businesses will be able to attend to the ANATO 2021 showcase due to the limited spaces available after the increase of COVID-19 cases in the country, the Chamber of Commerce invites you to send image, videos, pieces, and presentation of the entity.
Invite all the establishments, all the hotels, posadas, and small, big, and medium business that cannot go to ANATO and they are not in agreement. They can send us to coordination@camarasai.org the QR code or just one image of what they want us to publish in ANATO. We have one spot, and we want in that spot to show everyone, and all the ones that are not in an agreement.
It is worth remembering that the ANATO fair was supposed to take place at the end of this month, but was postponed for June. San Andres and Old Providence will be present.
And we continue with more local news. In order to preserve our environment, the National Navy and CORALINA are carrying out a symbolic planting campaign to celebrate Earth and Environment Day.
Regarding Earth Day, the National Navy and CORALINA will be carrying out tree planting activities starting today on the island and tomorrow in the mangrove area.
Esta es una actividad que estamos haciendo.
This is an activity that we are doing with an interinstitutional support with CORALINA and in commemoration of Environment Day and Earth Day. We are doing a symbolic planting with some coconut plants in order to renew the coconut trees that we have on the island and here at the base.
On the other hand, the CORALINA official in charge of the activity made a statement on the matter.
Ya venimos trabajando ya hace tiempo con la.
We have already been working with the Navy in several parenting and other activities on different dates. And today we want to commemorate every day with this activity and with other for tomorrow's as well.
And now let's get to know other facts that are making news in our brief news sections of today.
The Corporation for the Sustainable Development of the Archipelago, CORALINA, will hold its accountability hearing on April 23rd. Due to the pandemic of COVID-19, the event will take place virtually through the entity's Facebook account beginning at 8:30 in the morning. The corporation will announce the projects developed in the environmental matters in the islands during the last term of 2020. Under the strategy Plan 100 against micro-trafficking, police officers of the Tourism and National Heritage Protection Group carried out controls and searches on the beaches of Sprat Bight, seeking to mitigate the crime of micro-trafficking, improving citizen security and coexistence, as well as providing information to tourists who arrived in the department on ways to prevent this crime and the channels of reporting it. Plan 100 is composed of 3 differential axes: control and deterrence in parks and school environments, civic participation and operations for the reduction of crime. At the Cove Recreational House, the Secretariat of Social Development and the Office of Women's Affairs and Gender provided support for the creation and strengthening for the organization of the Association of Volunteer Women's Services, formed by women from the sector of Cove, a space in which information of the statutes and action plan for the year 2021 were also disseminated.